Have you ever noticed sometimes it takes only one small thing, one text message, one painful memory, or just one negative thought, and suddenly your entire mood crashes? 1 second you feel okay, the next second your mind is drowning in stress, sadness, or overthinking. And slowly, you start believing happiness is hard to reach, like it's only for lucky people. But what if that's completely false? What if your brain already has hidden emotional switches that can change the way you feel in seconds? Not fake motivation, not toxic positivity, real psychological triggers that instantly shift your mental state. Because the truth is, your emotions are more controllable than you think. And the third method in this video, it's so powerful that athletes, successful entrepreneurs, and high performers secretly use it to reset their minds under pressure. Most people ignore it for years and never realize how fast happiness can return. So stay with me until the end, because one of these simple techniques could completely transform the way you control your emotions forever. Look, life is never completely perfect. There will be stressful days, pressure will hit you hard, people will disappoint you, and sometimes, even in a crowded room, you'll still feel alone. That's normal. But here's the difference between people who stay mentally strong and people who stay stuck in negativity for years. Happy people don't wait for life to become perfect before they feel good. They learn how to create happiness instantly, even during chaos. And that changes everything. In today's video, I'm going to show you 3 powerful psychological switches that can shift your mood in seconds. Not fake, just smile more advice. Not random internet motivation. These are real techniques backed by psychology, neuroscience, and human behavior, methods that can literally pull your brain out of stress, sadness, anxiety, and overthinking faster than you think possible. Because most people don't realize this, your mind can be trained like a muscle, and once you learn how to control your emotional state, you stop feeling powerless. So if you've been mentally exhausted, emotionally drained, or trapped inside negative thoughts lately, this video could genuinely change the way you think forever. Let's begin. Here's something most people never realize. Your emotions don't just control your body also controls your emotions. Think about it. When someone feels defeated, their shoulders drop, their breathing becomes slow, their eyes avoid contact, their energy disappears, and after a while, the brain starts believing that emotional state is real. That's the dangerous part. Your body constantly sends signals to your mind. So if your posture says, "I'm weak, I'm stressed, I'm exhausted," your brain responds with more anxiety, sadness, and overthinking. But the moment you change your physical state, everything starts shifting. Stand taller, take one deep breath, walk with energy, put a slight smile on your face. Suddenly your brain receives a completely different message. I'm okay, I'm in control, and your chemistry changes almost instantly. Even studies show that smiling, yes, even a fake smile, can reduce stress levels. So next time your mood crashes, don't stay frozen, move your body, change your energy, because emotions are created through motion. But wait. The next method is where everything changes. This is the same mental reset technique many athletes, entrepreneurs, and top performers use before high-pressure moments. The crazy part? Most people think emotional control is impossible, when in reality, they could use this method every single day. Have you ever noticed how one small negative thought can completely take over your mind? It starts with something simple. Maybe I'm not good enough, and suddenly your brain creates a whole disaster story. Nobody understands me. My future is falling apart. Nothing will ever change. Within minutes, your energy drops, your mood crashes, and the entire day feels heavy. Now here's the scary part. Your brain does not always separate facts from repeated thoughts. Whatever you replay again and again, your mind slowly starts accepting as reality. That's why so many people stay trapped in stress, anxiety, and sadness for years. But here's the powerful secret. You can interrupt the pattern instantly. The moment negative thoughts begin, shock your brain with a new action. stand up suddenly, splash cold water on your face, turn on loud music, take 5 deep breaths, walk into another room, because the brain cannot stay locked in the exact same emotional state after a sudden interruption. Think about it. Have you ever been overthinking at night, then suddenly received exciting news? Your problems didn't disappear, but your emotional state changed immediately, and that proves something powerful. Your emotions are far more controllable than you think. Now, this next method sounds almost too simple, but it can completely change your emotional state in seconds. Your brain is naturally designed to look for problems. That's survival instinct, which is why one negative comment can hurt more than 10 compliments. Your mind automatically focuses on what's wrong, what's missing, what could go bad next. But happiness starts the moment you train your brain to notice what is still good in your life. And no, this is not fake positivity, this is mental redirection. Right now, pause for a moment. Think about one thing you still have that millions of people are desperately wishing for. Maybe your health, maybe someone who loves you, maybe another opportunity, maybe the freedom to start again. Hold that thought for just 3 seconds. Feel the shift. Your mind becomes softer. Your breathing slows down. The emotional pressure reduces because gratitude instantly changes your mental focus. And science supports this too. Gratitude activates areas of the brain connected to peace, emotional stability, and happiness. But here's the truth most people never understand. Unhappy people wait to feel grateful after life improves. Mentally strong people become grateful first, and their happiness begins growing from there. And now, here comes the method most people learn too late, because once you understand how toxic energy silently controls your emotions, you'll stop giving negative people free access to your mind. And trust me, protecting your energy can change your happiness faster than motivation ever will. Have you ever talked to someone for just 2 minutes and suddenly felt mentally exhausted? You were feeling fine, maybe even happy. Then one negative conversation completely changed your mood. That's emotional contamination, and most people don't even realize it's happening to them every single day. Your brain constantly absorbs energy from the environment around you, the people you talk to, the content you watch, the music you hear, the drama you consume. All of it slowly programs your emotional state. That's why non-stop negativity can quietly destroy your happiness over time. Imagine sitting inside a room where everyone is panicking. Even if you were calm before, after a few minutes your anxiety starts rising too. Why? Because emotions spread between people faster than words. Energy is contagious. Now imagine the opposite. Better conversations, peaceful music, positive environments, people who inspire growth instead of stress. Slowly, your mind becomes lighter, your emotional baseline changes, and here's the powerful truth. Happiness is not always about adding more motivation to your life. Sometimes, real peace begins when you remove what's poisoning your mind in the first place. Here's something powerful about the human brain. It loves progress, even tiny progress. That's why something as simple as making your bed, cleaning your desk, finishing a small task, or replying to one important message can suddenly make you feel mentally lighter, because every completed action gives your brain a small dopamine reward, and dopamine creates momentum. The problem is, most people think happiness only comes after massive success, more money, a perfect relationship, a huge achievement, so they keep waiting for some giant life-changing moment before allowing themselves to feel good. But real happiness usually grows through small daily victories, tiny wins, repeated consistently. So here's a simple challenge. The next time your mood feels heavy, don't sit there overthinking for hours. Do one small productive action immediately. Drink a glass of water, take a short walk, do 10 push-ups, clean one corner of your room, and watch what happens. Your energy starts shifting almost instantly. because action changes emotion faster than thinking ever will. Movement creates momentum, and momentum creates hope. Sometimes the smallest step forward is enough to pull your brain out of darkness and remind you that your life is still moving forward. Now here's the biggest realization of this entire video. Happiness is not something you magically find one day. It's something you practice daily. Most people spend years waiting for life to finally become perfect. Once I make more money, once people respect me, once my problems disappear, then I'll finally feel happy. But life doesn't work that way, because every new level brings new pressure, new challenges, new battles. Problems don't completely disappear, they simply change form, and emotionally strong people understand this better than anyone else. They stop waiting for external situations to control their peace. Instead, they learn how to control their internal state even during chaos, and that changes everything, because once you realize you can shift your emotions, you stop feeling helpless during difficult moments. A bad day no longer destroys your entire mindset. Stress no longer controls every decision. Negativity no longer owns your mind. Slowly, you become emotionally powerful, calm under pressure, focused during chaos, resilient when life gets hard. And honestly, that's real happiness. Not a perfect life, but the ability to protect your peace no matter what life throws at you. So here's the truth most people never hear. Your brain is always listening to you. Every thought you repeat, every emotion you feed, every habit you practice, every environment you stay in, all of it slowly builds your emotional identity, and without realizing it, many people train themselves to stay stressed, negative, and emotionally exhausted every single day. But the moment you start interrupting toxic patterns, moving your body, protecting your peace, practicing gratitude, and creating small wins, your brain begins learning a completely new way to live, a stronger identity, a calmer mindset, a happier version of you. And once your emotional identity changes, your life starts changing too, not in one dramatic moment, but slowly, powerfully, consistently, one decision at a time, one habit at a time, one thought at a time, because real transformation doesn't happen overnight. It happens when your mind finally stops working against you and starts working for you. So remember these 3 powerful emotional switches. Change your body to change your emotions. Interrupt negative thought patterns before they grow, and practice gratitude and small wins every single day. It sounds simple, but never underestimate small mental shifts, because tiny changes repeated daily can completely transform the way you feel, think, and live. The truth is, happiness is not luck. It's not reserved for perfect people with perfect lives. Happiness is a skill, and like every skill, it can be trained. Even during hard seasons of life, even when your mind feels exhausted, even when nobody truly understands what you're carrying inside, you still have power over your emotional state, more power than you think. Sometimes all it takes is one deep breath, one better thought, one positive action to pull yourself out of darkness and back into control. And the moment you realize that, you stop waiting for happiness to arrive someday. You start creating it, one moment at a time. If this video connected with you even a little bit, I want you to comment below, "I control my happiness," because I truly want to know who's still fighting through hard days, who's still growing, who's still trying to become mentally stronger no matter what life throws at them. And remember this, you are not weak for struggling. You are powerful for refusing to give up. So if this video helped shift your mindset today, even for a few minutes, make sure to hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, and turn on the notification bell, because the next video might arrive exactly when you need it most. And trust me, sometimes one message, one idea, or one realization can completely change the direction of your life. Until then, protect your peace, protect your mind, and never forget this, your happiness is much closer than you think. I'll see you in the next video.